Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today I'm gonna show you my commander guide about the Undying, the undead commander. First and start, I want to explain you why I take a little break from making video and also guide. During the Christmas holiday, I broke my right arm. I passed around 4 days on the hospital and now I'm under recovering. It's very hard for me writing, making video, editing, but now I'm ready to try to start again. Like always, I want to say a big thank you to the Gore community for collaborate with me for the commander guide. This is one of the best community if you search for a guide for a commander, and if you're interested on join it, I'm gonna leave you the link on the description. Also, if you wanna support me, the best way is smash like on the video and also subscribe to my channel. That's gonna help me a lot to grow my channel and reach more people. Let's start talk about the Undying. He's a commander of the evil faction that focus on dealing physical damage but also on support and defense the allied formation. So it's not full DPS, it's not full support, it's an hybrid commander. For sure you don't want them like first commander in your formation, but it's a solid pick for third position. Talking about the skill, the Undying at respect 5 have 23 points available to assign on the skill. You're gonna place the first 5 points on Undertaker for have a skill that provide damage AoE with your basic attack, 90% physical damage at this level, and at level 5 you're gonna hit 3 targets with only one attack. Then you're gonna assign 1 point on Weapon Master, a skill that inflicts 30% physical damage on 2 enemy formation in the first 3 rounds. Very useful for eliminate the enemy defensive skill use at the cost of only 1 point. Then you're gonna place 5 points on Undead Commander to provide to 3 allied formation 35% chance to avoid the first 4 hit receive. Really solid for protect your allied and in particular ranged allied. And then you're gonna place 5 more points on Undertaker for maximize the damage at 120% of that skill and also reduce the enemy defense by 5. Finally, you place 7 points on Weapon Master to increase physical damage to 230. That's gonna increase a lot your burst damage on early game, and also you're gonna have 15% chance to stun the enemy inflicted by this skill every round. At respect 5, the Undying is already a solid pick at low, medium and even at the high level, like third option on your formation. It's good for dealing a bit of damage, good for burning stack, and very good for support your team. When you reach the respect 10, you're gonna have 3 more points to assign on your skill. The first 2 you're gonna place on Weapon Master to maximize the damage to 300% and also reduce the defense of the enemy hit by 5. The last point you're gonna place on Undead Commander for have 54% chance of avoid instead 35%. In terms of damage dealer, the Undying reach the soft cap at respect 10. You can choose to increase a bit the respect for maximize also the Undead Commander, but is not recommended if you are not a Kraken, because the value you gain from that skill is not sufficient for justify the cost of increase that respect. The hard cap of the Undying for me is respect 16, where you place 4 more points on Undead Commander, you max that and you reach 90% chance to avoid the enemy attack, and also you're gonna increase the defense of the target by 5. Go over respect 16 for me it's completely crazy because the R5 of the Undying is not very good, but if you choose to do that, the second wind gonna provide you 300% HP recover for 3 allied on round 5, but then you cannot be healed anymore. Talking about the equipment, what the Undying really want is damage and attack, because I have 2 skills that benefit a lot from that. As weapon, the best one is the Axe of Khazad-dûm that provide 1430 of damage and 48 of attack, the maximum damage and the maximum attack possible for a weapon. The alternative is the Black Bow that provide 1228 of damage and 39 of attack, a bit inferior but still really great. And then there's the Blazing Tongue that provide 1030 of damage and 27 of attack, that weapon is a bit inferior, but it's excellent cause you can have one of these every season from your seasonal shop, so it's the best legendary weapon for a free-to-play or a mid-spender. At epic level, the battle axe is the best, which provide 10, 14 of damage and 18 of attack. Talking about the armor is the least important piece for the Undying, cause have a very low amount of attack and have 0 damage on that. The best in slot is the Berserker Raiment, which provide 24 of attack and also 6 of initiative, not so bad attack first than the enemy, and there's not other armor to invest in my opinion at legendary level, it's not worth. At epic level, what I suggest to use is the Scale Mail for have at least 15 of attack, but your main goal have to be close the set effect that grant you more bonus than what the armor gonna give you. Talking about the helmet, like for the armor, they don't have damage, but they provide a lot of attack, so the helmet is more important than the armor. In particular, the Cask of Pride gives 48 of attack, really great value, the biggest value of attack in the game, equal to the Axe of Khazad-dûm. Alternative to that, you have the Berserker Gates that provide 27 of attack, it's a bit inferior than the Cask of Pride, and is recommended upgraded only if you are a whale. At epic level, the best is the Full Helm that provide 18 of attack. Like for the armor, at epic level, what you really want is close the set effect, cause that's gonna give you more bonus than what the single piece of equipment gonna give you. Talking about the accessory on the Undying are really fundamental, cause provide damage, the primary statistic for the Undying. The best in slot is the Palantir of Orthanc that provide 10 of damage and also 48 of attack. The second best choice is the Drums of Barad-dûr with 10 of damage and also 36 of attack. Alternative to that, you can choose to run Fine Smoking Pipe or Signet of the Borovs, two accessory not optimized for the physical damage dealer, but at least they have damage fundamental stats for your commander. At epic level, what you want is the Bone Talisman that provide 18 of attack. They don't give damage, so it's very inferior to the legendary accessory, but at least give you some attack. Talking about the set effect, what you really want is the Sharp Blade that provide plus 20 attack for your formation, and this is for sure the best bonus until you reach at least 220 of attack. Then we can talk about War Cry that provide 20% more damage dealt for your formation in the early game. In the first 3 rounds, it's good for boost the enemy, or you can think to use Might for have plus 10% physical damage for all the battle. It's a bit inferior in terms of damage, but is better overall around the battle. And for last, you can think to run Evasive Action that provide minus 20% damage received from your army for the first 3 rounds. It's very good in particular if you wanna run that like a frontline tanky. The relic of the Undying, the Wraith's Cloth, is absolutely not recommended because don't provide very good stat, don't provide a good bonus, even at maximum level full refined provides only 30% chance to inflict madness on one enemy each round. It's too low for be considered a good investment. Maybe if you are a ultra mega whale you can think to run this item on your Undying, but for sure first you have to refine all the other relics on your formation. Talking about the troop, the Undying can run a lot of troop cause it's an art school, but I found the best troop to run on that is the Crusher, a small unit with high amount of HP, very good amount of defense and also very low cost. They are ideal to survive on the front line and supporting the other commander, reducing the defense of the target hit. Another good choice is use the Rider, a medium cavalry unit. They have high initiative and also high amount of HP, really fundamental on this new version of the game, but they are more expensive in terms of cost. They are excellent to moving and attack quickly, and they are strong both against small unit and also versus medium cavalry unit. Talking about the commander I suggest to use with the Undying, for sure I wanna mention Shadow, because he's a better version of the Undying for removing stack from the enemy defense defensive skill. So place them together is like completely conceal the enemy skill with usage. Another great commander with that is Lotr, that benefit a lot for someone can remove the stack from the enemy, and also benefit a lot if you run that with the Morgul Arbalester from the evasion, that gonna save a lot of it from that. And in general I wanna say the Undying is good with everyone that benefit from have the enemy with less stack, and in this meta there's a lot of commander just have the White Council, the Last Alliance, and you want to remove that. Talking about commander that can counter the Undying, for sure we can talk about Gil-galad, that provide evasion to 3 allied formation and gonna nullify all the attack of the Undying for the first 3 rounds. And also another problem from the Undying is another Undying or a Shadow that's gonna burn completely the stack of the evasion of the undead commander, but in general there's not a big counter for that. That's all for this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, just smash like on that and also subscribe to my channel for future content. Let me know in the comment what you think about this guide and what commander you wanna see in the future. In the first comment and in the description you're gonna find also my creator code for have a gem discount for the game. If you use that, I'm gonna also receive something from the devs. Like always, thank you for following me and see you in the next. Woo!